on, everybody? What is going on? The Catch fam, I hope everyone out there is having a fantastic weekend. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday. I hope you guys are ready for a live 2024 fantasy football draft. No mock draft tonight. A real 2024 fantasy football draft on Underdog. We're hopping into a best ball mania draft tonight. Super stoked to be here. Super stoked to talk some fantasy football, to throw together another squad for the upcoming season. We've got Pete with us tonight. Let's get into it. What's going on, man?
Not much. I have a million screens on. I'm watching A&M in Texas right now. So if I start crying in the middle of the stream, you'll know A&M lost. But yeah, let's do it. Let's get into it.
Nothing better than a multi-screen setup, multi-sport night, and a little bit of fantasy football action as well. So try and give it another second here in case there's anyone out there who wants to try and hop into the draft, but it's kind of late, so we might just get going. I know one or two requests on Discord, specifically from J-Dub, but I don't know if he's going to be able to make it. So let's just go ahead and enter the lobby. If you guys do want to draft with us tonight, just hop into the 30 seconds per pick Best Ball Mania lobby, and you should get matched with us. There's only 2 spots, so good luck. I was hoping there'd be, yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, we're just going to throw together a little squad, and I'm going to try my best to coordinate with Pete and see if we can kind of draft this team together. So no specific strategy. We're just going to have some fun. And J-Dubs did get in here. Let's go. And he's got the back-to-back picks, 1.12, 2.1. I don't know who JD is, but that's going to throw me off because those are my initials. But we have the 1.4. And J-Dub says I sound robotic. Do I sound normal to you?
It's a little robotic, but I thought it was my headphones. So it's hard to tell on the setup.
Hold on. Is this better?
Oh, that's it. There you go.
Okay. It was still switched from when we recorded last night. Was my problem. So
there you go. I was going through something.
Nothing like a little robot action to start the stream. But thank you for pointing that out, J-Dubs. And if I sound weird again, just let me know, guys. I will figure something out. So let's see. Okay. We should be starting. Oh, yeah. Draft just started. CMC off the board. Who do we like here, man? We're going to have Hill, Chase, JJ, or Amon-Ra. Who we going with?
I'm
going to let you do the first pick.
Oh, God. I'm kind of feeling the Sun God. Kind of feeling Amon-Ra here. Just a little off the...
I'm okay with Sun God. I thought you were going to say JJ.
That's too predictable. I don't want to be too predictable.
We'll take Amon-Ra. I really won't be surprised if Amon-Ra finishes in front of anyone, quite frankly, at wide receiver this season. But yeah, it is even in front of Chase and JJ. So I am A-okay with that pick. I'm all over Amon-Ra this season, just like I was last offseason. So I'm good at that pick. Yeah, I like the last couple Underdog drafts I've done. We were like really breaking down like a specific strategy throughout it. And I was getting like super nitty gritty. But tonight, like I like to do this just like we're just going to draft a team, like just try to draft a good team and just not really think about it because I feel like it's important to have those types of entries as well. All right, no news around the league because
it was 24 hours.
It's the 1st of June. It's just like at a certain time of year, I always start the streams with like today's fantasy news, but there's no fantasy news. Yeah, all speculation. If you look at Sleeper's fantasy news thing that they have, Jets rookie running back Braylon Allen looks to be the front runner for the RB2 job. Jameson Williams, my guy, let's go, is expected to have a much bigger role this year. Beautiful. And those are your 2 most recent updates.
Well, he
So,
can't have much smaller role than he's had the last 2 seasons.
J-Mo to the moon, baby. All right, so I say, unless I don't think Saquon's going to fall out here, we're just going to start this draft double wide receiver. Unless Saquon
We
falls.
got to Saquon's fallen, I believe.
I don't think he'll lie. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a nice little Bijan Saquon combo. I like Nico if he's here. So I'll probably target that Texans offense a tad here. But this top available players, there goes Devontae Adams, but Debo Samuel, Nico Collins, Mike Evans, Jalen Waddle. I mean, I really feel like Nico stands out to me in that tier right there.
Definitely the best potential out of
We
those
like the
guys.
Texans. Yeah.
Yeah, we're high on the Texans.
J-Dub starting the draft with players who wear red: Drake London and Marvin Harrison Jr. Can't
Bird
really
gang. Bird gang.
Yeah. And 2 bird teams, Falcons, Cardinals. That's right. So it's a good theme. Reminds me of last year in the Dynasty League where Spencer's first like 8 or 9 picks were all players who wear green jerseys, and we all like made so much fun of him, and he ended up winning the championship last year. So
green jersey teams are pretty good. We're pretty good in fantasy last year. I
True.
guess the Eagles kind of just fell apart down the stretch there, but there was a stretch where they were unstoppable. The Packers were really good late. Who else?
Jets.
Yeah,
Brees.
the Jets. Yeah,
Yeah.
Brees.
I don't think he had Garrett Wilson, but he had Brees. So
Gang.
let's see. I mean, we're kind of all blue players right now. Texans are kind of blue. Amon-Ra.
There's a lot of blue though. There's a lot of blue.
That's
I feel
true.
like it's easier. I feel like it's easier if we're rocking the blue over here. We could have went. I don't know. Could have went like all purple or all orange or something. Could have went all orange. Went Jamar Chase.
These are the
We
best
could've-
strategies.
Yeah, could have went Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, orange team. Could have went orange.
All right, into the third we go, moving quickly. Top available players: Debo, Kyron, DJ Moore, Malik Neighbors, Sam Laporta, Devonta Smith. There goes Derrick Henry. Pittman, Metcalf, Cooper Cup. No quarterbacks gone. Who we feeling here?
I kind of like Kyron if he's there. I feel like that's pretty. I don't know. I feel like he's going to be healthy this year. He was a little banged up last year. I think it might be a healthy year for him.
I'm good with Kyron.
Again, none of these wide receivers scream out to me. Like DJ Moore would have been like a guy potentially. Malik, I'm so afraid of Malik Neighbors in New York. I don't want to touch him at all.
He's being pretty highly drafted. But Daniel Jones is a scary guy. Jado says go Debo to stack Detroit, San Francisco week 17. So yeah, one thing J-Dubs is really good at doing is looking ahead to, like those week 16
championship week.
Really such a big part in Underdog and in best ball, advancing in those later weeks is just super important. And yeah, I like never look ahead, something I'm admittedly really bad at. So gosh, Detroit, San Francisco should be a great game though. But I like Cardin right here.
What do they got? They got to have maybe they got a cupcake there. Let's see.
Yeah.
17. Where are they? Rams. They got Arizona. There you go. Arizona at home.
Ooh. It's always a good game when the Rams and Cardinals play too.
Feels like it.
We should pull up the schedule though.
I have it up. Kind of. Yeah, I got it.
I want to have it up too.
Week 17. Bills, Jets. There you go. Packers at the Vikings. Maybe we'll have waved the white flag by then and we go all in on the Packers, just hanging 40 again.
All right, sorry. I gotta scroll all the way down. I also have like the worst view of this pulled up. I'm only at week 10. Okay, 15, 16, 17. Chiefs Steel. Oh, that's Christmas. It's like, why does that feel like such a weird matchup? Ravens Texans could be juicy.
That's also Christmas.
That is. Falcons Commanders kind of sticks out to me as a game that just could end up having a lot of points.
Cowboys Eagles,
Ooh.
but it's in Philly. I'd like that a lot more if it was in Dallas.
Lions Niners is just a solid matchup. Titans Jags. Don't sleep on that matchup.
Oh, the battle to get to 7 wins there, right there, or 8
That
wins.
could be the. You never know. I mean, I know we like the Texans, but I just feel like that that division's always weird.
Division is weird. I just don't think the Titans are going to be able to get to 9 or 10 wins. Maybe we'll see the I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Jags have a good season and Trevor Lawrence kind of gets back to what we thought he was going to be.
Yeah, I'm kind of torn on that division outside of the Texans, but part of me feels like the Texans are too much of an easy answer.
That's true. 7 new teams. We got to pick 7 new teams to make the playoffs and 7 teams to miss the playoffs.
I think I'm gonna go running back with this pick here, and I do like ETN a lot, but I want to switch it up. And a guy I haven't got to draft an underdog yet is Isaiah Pacheco. So we're
Pacheco.
So let's get a little Pacheco share, and into the 5th. So we see 2 quarterbacks gone now: Jalen Hurts, Lamar. 3 tight ends are gone: Laporta, McBride, and Kelsey. So top available players were Etienne, Jacobs, Mahomes, Kincaid, Andrews, Keenan Allen, Stroud, McLaurin, Cook, Richardson, Rashad White, Jaden Reed, Hollywood Brown. We got a lot of options here. We have 2 running backs and 2 wide receivers on this team so far. So the world is yours at pick 52. We do want to note so far, this is my fault too. We have 2 running backs with the same bye week. So something to think about. Let's see. J-Dub's going heavy wide receiver. Got Tank Dell and Cooper Kupp added to that team. All right, Pete, who we grabbing here? We could do a CJ Stroud stack. We could go Dalton Kincaid. We could take a running back, take a wide receiver. Oh, Kincaid's gone.
F it. Let's go. Let's just go CJ. F it.
I knew you were going to say that. That's why I said that.
Just F it. Let's wing it.
We have the stack with Nico Collins. Let's take it. I haven't drafted Stroud yet either, so an underdog. So let's go. All right, so 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and we are through the 5th round. And let's see, we have picks 69 and 76. So typically once we get to that area, we're looking at like Chris Godwin. Wow.
You're the pro here. You make these, you're the pro here. You make these picks.
I like having the random influence. But okay, I'll make some picks. And then I'll leave a couple. That's what I'll do. Like every other pick, I'll give you like 2 or 3 players and let you pick from that pool.
That's fair.
The only thing is there's not any way to like pull up what I'm seeing for you. So it's probably annoying.
Yeah, I'm going in blind. I'm a little blind, not gonna lie.
Let's see. ETN fall is ridiculous. Yeah. And I passed on him. But I got Pacheco. But yeah, I mean, ETN at 5.6 is super nice. Then you see Rashad White and Josh Jacobs. I definitely like ETN and White a lot more than Josh Jacobs. There goes James Cook. I even like James Cook more than Josh Jacobs. All right, give me 1 second. All right, into the 6. Sorry, I had to send a text.
No problem.
And who do I want to pick? Probably going to dip back into wide receiver, but I kind of want to take a running back. Wide receivers are kind of ugly here, but maybe in honor of you, I'll pick Jordan Addison.
Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Just when Sam Darnold goes out there and lays us, starts seeing ghost again, and Jordan Addison can't catch a football.
Dude, I might have to go. He might get picked here, though. It's just kind of a weird tier wide receivers. But it's like by the time we pick again, if I load up at running back here, and there goes Addison anyways. I have to be careful. I can't pick anyone with a week 6 bye. Well, at least at running back.
Yeah, or we're just throwing away weeks. I mean, it's over. We're done throwing away week 6.
I might go. Oh, there goes Kenneth Walker. Wide receiver is so weird here. All right, I'm gonna go David Montgomery. I like him as like a RB3. I kind of want to go early tight end. I might go Evan Ingram with this next pick.
All right.
Actually, I'm gonna leave this. I want to give you 3 players for this next pick.
We're just gonna take Evan Ingram.
Actually, I think you should influence me to do so because I like never take tight ends early in best ball. So I think that's a good idea. Evan Ingram or George Kittle?
Ooh,
They're both there.
I think Kittle's way too risky. It feels like for this, he's way too much of a roller coaster.
He's a risky bisky for sure. What I should have done is I should have gone Brian Thomas with that last pick, and then gone Evan Ingram, then try and get T-Law late. But we could still probably get Gabe Davis kind of late. And we'd have some stack action. What is Gabe Davis's ADP? 135. I'm going to put him on the queue. All right, now we have to get Evan Ingram. He's part of the plan. J-Dubs, we're not drafting with strategy over here. So I'm not drafting Lad. All right, Evan Ingram it is.
Look, see, imagine if we had committed to Kittle. We would have been devastated right there.
I do get sniped during underdog drafts all the time.
It's stream sniping. They're watching, I can tell. I just feel it deep down.
Everyone is, I mean, literally it says we have one viewer and it's J-Dubs who's drafting with us, but it's whatever. So Jadis goes Kyle Pitts and Joe Mixon, starting to fill out a couple other positions there. I'm so torn on Joe Mixon this season.
I don't know what to think about Joe. Again, another mouth to feed in that offense.
I mean, there's just got to be. I don't know. I could see Mixon having like 6-7 scores this year, but I just don't think there's really a. Unless they just get down the red zone a lot and they just hand it to Joe Mixon, because I do think they'll be in the red zone a lot, but it's like when you have those 3 wide receivers and Dalton Schultz, I just don't know if I see an extreme amount. I don't dislike. I mean, Mixon's. I think he's being drafted appropriately in the 6th round, but I just worry. Like I'm just not super in on him. I guess
It's too tempting to just throw Stephon Diggs like a quick out or something to just keep him happy. Just here we go. Here's Stephon. Here's a touchdown. Go run a quick out. Go run a whatchamacallit, a zig. Just here you go. We don't need to give it to Joe. Joe doesn't care.
all right. I feel like this draft's going fast, but we have 10 rounds left. So, no, Jameson Williams is gone. People need to stop drafting my guy. It's not fair. All right, who's J-Dub's going to go with? Najee and Rashee Rice. I like it. Once again, you need another running back here, so that makes sense. Then Rashee Rice behind Drake London, Marvin Harrison, Tank Dell, Cooper Kupp. These are the type of teams that I want pieces of Rashee Rice on right now. And J-Dub says Pittsburgh versus Kansas City bet. Yeah, that game could get ugly. I would feel like. Who's the secondary for Pittsburgh?
I don't know.
I don't know. Like, are they good? Why do I feel like they might be okay, but they're probably not?
Why do I feel like this will be the year Mike Tomlin's streak ends and they finally he gets let go and it's just a bad season in Pittsburgh?
Have they had 4 head coaches in Pittsburgh?
3.
Jeez, dude. I just don't know, man. It's like so political there. I don't know.
They haven't won a playoff game in 7 years.
Yeah.
That's I saw that and I was like, that's pretty bad. That's a really jarring stat when you see that.
That is crazy. Yeah, and J-Dub says secondary won't be as good for Kansas City too. Best corners in Tennessee, but they always find a way.
Nah, whatchamacallit, he was trash in the Super Bowl.
They always find a way. Snead
was trash in the Super Bowl. It's all about McDuffie.
McDuffie. He's going to be good.
Yeah, McDuffie's awesome.
You know who I wanted and just got picked is DeAndre Swift. I really wanted Swift on this team. Really bad. Okay, let me ask you this question. Out of these running backs, Zach Moss, James Conner, Tony Pollard, Raheem Mostert.
Oh, God. I don't know. I can't.
Pollard?
I guess because he's like a true number 1.
We'll go Pollard, even though
I don't feel any good about Zach Moss or I feel like Mostert's bound to fail after last season.
You like Pollard more than Connor?
I might have. That's close. That kind of depends
because they're both like Tajay Spears can come in, and Trey Benson can come in for the Cardinals. So it's like it's close.
But it's like, do you trust James Conner like more? Do you give him the red zone touch?
Yeah.
It's who do you trust there?
These are
maybe Tony Pollard will feel better just like getting in a new like kind of system. Open up.
Kind of like Tony this year.
Run some more screens. They might actually run screen passes to him to get him in space and let him go run.
And J-Dub says, please take a wide receiver. We're taking Romeo Dobbs.
Oh.
I know you have to start 3, but so J-Dubs, I think, is this the first draft we got to do together? Because I think this is my 4th or 5th on the year so far. And don't worry, I'm still traditionally drafting very heavy at wide receiver. I think the first draft I did what you did tonight, went 4 in a row, and yeah, continuing to fill out at wide receiver very aggressively before I even draft a quarterback or tight end in most cases. But tonight I just wanted to switch it up. Like I said, no strategy. We're just drafting a team. And it might bite us and it might not. It probably will, but you know. I really want to get Trevor Lawrence on this team. And other than that, my only objective is to get wide receivers for the rest of this draft. So
That's fair.
We have picks 117 and 124. So we should be able to go T-Law and Gabe Davis with those next 2 picks if we're looking purely at ADP. But you just never know. Things can shift pretty quickly. And we should be good at running back. We can take a dart throw a little bit later on, but we've got 4 guys with Kyron, Pacheco, Monty, and Pollard that should be able to get through with. And we're hurting at wide receiver, but at least we have Amon-Ra and Nico, and we have a CJ Stroud stack with Nico. And we have a good tight end in Evan Ingram. So we'll see how things shake out here. All right, 9th round wrapping up here. J-Dubs goes Brian Robinson Jr. and then Devin Singletary. And into the 10th round we go. All right, let's I'm going to scroll back up here to the schedule. We talked about week 1. Was that last night? All my days just like.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's look at week 2 a little bit. I feel like with the NFL, like I don't really get like a good confident feel until like week 6 because the NFL is so volatile.
Well, it's like they got rid of the preseason, so like weeks 1 through 4 feel like the preseason now.
Yeah. I go back to the Broncos and Seahawks game, not last year, but the year before, which was week 1. And everyone is like, man, the Broncos are going to destroy the Seahawks. Like Russell Wilson, like this team is like playoff.
I don't trust week 1. Like week 1 games, I want no part of. Absolutely not. It's
and
you're
that
a fool
game is
making
the perfect example of like, no, this is the NFL, man, because the Broncos did not play well in that game, did not play well all season long. And Geno Smith was a thing that year, you know, and the Seahawks were a thing that year. So, yeah, early season NFL, just a completely crazy world. Let me make these draft picks, then we'll look at week 2. J-Dubs, I'm going to draft a running back just to piss you off here. Just kidding. We're drafting Trevor Lawrence. I mean, Brock Purdy's available and Tua. There goes Brock Purdy. So that makes me feel better. Let's take T-Law because we want the stack. And then we're going to get Gabe Davis to further that stack. Although there's a couple players I like here more than Gabe Davis, but we're going in on the stack tonight. I mean, I don't know. Brandon Cooks, Tavion Wicks, Jahan Dotson, Josh Downs. There are even Myers and Judy players that are probably going to be better for sure than Gabe Davis this year. But part of the fun is to spice it up a bit, get some different exposure. Draft running back, better advance rate for me. You never know. What if Gabe Davis is like better than all of your wide receivers? J-Dubs,
yeah. What if we get some in? What if somebody tears a knee?
Yeah. Shane, what's up, man? Missed the Underdog draft. Sorry, bro. I tried to give a little bit of a heads up tonight on Discord. My
It was
bad.
pretty last minute. Don't feel bad.
It was. I wasn't even going to stream tonight, and now we're just streaming like super late, so it's all good. And I'm about to draft Gabe Davis as a result. After many years of believing in Gabe, I think not. Yeah, I've never been a Gabe Davis believer until I really don't want to make this pick, but I'm going to do it. T-Law stack complete. T-Law, Evan Engram, Gabe Davis, CJ Stroud stack complete. CJ Stroud, Nico Collins. Let's go. I could have picked Dalton Schultz in that round too. We could have been done at tight end and had, another stack, but we got Gabe Davis. Let's do it. All right, week 2 of the NFL season. We have the Bills Dolphins. That's always a juicy matchup. Seahawks Patriots, Chargers Panthers, Colts Packers, Jets Titans, Raiders Ravens. You. Bengals Chiefs. That's always a good one. Bears.
If Joe Burrow is alive.
Yeah, Joe Burrow is gonna like break a pinky week 3 of August.
Yeah, something.
I would love a fully healthy Joe Burrow this year.
So same.
Because Joe Burrow is one of my favorite players in the NFL, but and bias aside, I have a lot of Joe Burrow shares in Dynasty, but I would just really like to see Joe Burrow not hurt this year.
When Joe Burrow's been healthy, he's made it to the AFC Championship game back-to-back season, 2 years.
The Bears are at the Texans. That should be interesting. Niners at Vikings. Ooh.
Sam Darnold revenge game, baby.
Let's go. Giants Commanders. Ew. That's just always always gross. I know I have no Christian Kirk. J-Dubs lay off. Okay. Saints Cowboys. That feels kind of gross. Don't know why. Browns Jags.
Another kind of gross game.
Yeah. When they played last year, it was awful. Bucks Lions. That should be fun. They played
like
twice. Yeah, last year. We got the Rams, the Cardinals. Yeah. Steelers Broncos. That's another matchup just like and Falcons Eagles Birds game.
Kirk Cousins Monday night, baby. In Philly. He loves playing in Philly. Not.
Go. That should be interesting. All right. I need to take a look at the draft board real quick. Gosh, yeah, the fall off at wide receiver is pretty drastic at this point in the draft. Oh God, it's really bad. We should have drafted more wide receivers. But to be fair, most positions right now look pretty ugly. QB and tight end are decent. So we still have to draft another tight end tonight too. Oh. I might just draft Hawkinson just because Pete's here.
Hawk. No, he's not going to play till week 8, week 9.
We got drafted anyways.
Good.
Gosh, rookie. It's like Quentin Johnston, Ricky Pearsall, Darnell Mooney, Jalen Polk, Jermaine Burton, Roman Wilson, Troy Franklin, Adam Thielen, Michaele Corley, Malachi Corley. Said that wrong. It's gross. Real gross out here.
Yeah, well, this is what happens when it's round 12.
These are the money picks, though. I think I'm gonna go Ricky Pearsall. Oh, sniped. Never mind. I'm not drafting Quentin Johnson. I guess I'll go Jermaine. I could go tight end here. Let's just get tight end out of the way. Give me Cole Kmet. Gross. It's just like I don't. Yeah, we could have gone Freiermuth. I was so high on Pat Freiermuth last year that I'm very disgruntled by Pat Freiermuth this year.
Yeah, he was really I felt like he was like started slow, then he was starting to get into that good stretch, and then he got hurt, and then it
Well,
kind
yeah,
of just
he got hurt early too. So week
like week
4.
3, week 4, yeah.
Yeah. He had 2 touchdowns through the first 3 weeks. It was really bad in week 2, but Cleveland was really good against tight ends last year. Yeah, then he missed weeks 5 through 10, and he was really bad in his first game back once again at Cleveland. Then he had a huge game against Cincinnati, and then he was just like super mediocre the rest of the season. So,
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I've always been a Pat Freiermuth guy, but last year really bothered me. And I still like Cole Kmet a lot, even though Gerald Everett's there. So don't mind either guy. But you might be looking at matchup as well, J-Dubs, which because you're smart and I'm not drafting smart tonight. So should we go Jermaine Burton or Rashad Bateman?
You're high on both of these guys. You're very high on both of these guys. You're back on the Bateman train, as we were talking.
I feel like we need to go Bateman.
Yeah, we were on the Bateman train.
We've been talking Bateman lately.
This is watch this be the best entry. It's like no strategy. It's all about field, throwing it up against the wall.
Well, I do think it's important to have some drafts like that, and to have some drafts where you just like deviate from your actual strategy.
Yeah, you don't want to have
at least.
Yeah, you don't want to have every draft be the same. That's dumb.
Yeah, you just want different exposure. So if you're just drafting the same guys over and over and over again, I mean, you might be right. Don't get me wrong, and it might really pay off. And you should, for the most part, probably trust your gut and trust whatever strategy. But at the end of the day, I think it's good to have some entries that are just kind of like whatevs. And tonight is a night for a whatever.
This was a whatever stream. It's a whatever draft. I like it. Big vibes over here.
We probably could have waited till the next round to get Bateman, but I want him on this team.
Good locker room guy. I hear. He's a good locker room guy.
And it's like I'm gonna have a lot of exposure to Jermaine Burton. Like already have a decent amount Underdog. So, and really like, if we weren't going with him, it's like Roman Wilson or Malachi Corley, Troy Franklin. Like we're just drafting a rookie wide receiver anyways. So. But yeah, J-Dubs is right. We probably could have waited, but I don't care. Bateman's a good locker room guy.
Yeah, you don't wait. You don't wait on the guy. You just draft your guy. That's the rule.
Yeah, this is true. Go out and get your studs. Shane, I believe, is starting the Empire Dynasty League, which is very confusing to me. But
what is that?
I can read. He sent me the rules, so I can pull them up in a second here. It looks like a ton of fun, though.
I want to play a guillotine league. Ooh. Where it's 6. I want to play 17 teams, and you knock out somebody each week, and then the person who gets knocked out, their players hit the waiver wire. So it's like the bottom teams get first dibs on the worst players. I feel like that'd be difficult to set up, but
no, I know people who do them, and I mean, supposedly they're a lot of fun. Just a little bit different for me.
You just gotta not be worse. Just don't be worse every single week. Don't be the worst.
I have a good friend who does one. And then there's vampire leagues, like, I mean, fantasy football. I mean, it's just ever expansive, you know. And I just am in so many leagues right now. I just don't think I could handle it.
I remember when auction first hopped on the market. Everyone was like, "Oh my god, this is crazy! Auction!"
I know. And I do love me some auction leagues, let me tell you. I mean, we run one here at the channel every year, so
it's so much work. It's so much work trying to figure out like waiver pick, like how much I got to put in for a waiver claim.
Well, I like free agent bidding, and in Dynasty, I mean that's how most leagues run for waivers. So But I mean, the night of the draft is more work, and I'm taking Demario Douglas here. I feel like he's a good late value. But yeah, I like auction leagues a lot, and that was the thing is I never ran one until not last year, but the year before, and it was Senior Cinnabon, our longtime subscriber, who was like asking me over and over, like, can we please do some mock auction leagues, not auction drafts? I was like, sure, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing. And then as we started to do this, I was like, man, this is so much fun. Like, I want to do a league. And then I just last minute put together a league, and now we have one. But yeah, Empire Dynasty League. Let me pull up these rules. Okay, typical Dynasty League, 100% of the dues is paid out as prize money. So it's like winner take all. An Empire League, 50% of the annual dues is paid out as prize money at the end of the season as usual. The other half is held in what is unofficially called the Empire Pot. That pot then grows each season. Oh, sorry. Okay. I read that wrong. So in typical Dynasty League, 100% of the annual dues is paid out as prize money. So it's not winner takes all. I'm sorry. Yeah, that pot grows each season. League Safe does support Empire Leagues till someone manages to win the entire thing by gloriously winning the league in back-to-back years. That's insane. After the Emperor's crown, the league resets and a new startup draft happens. New rules for the league is then voted on.
Jeez.
Potentially less flexes, more tight ends, but things start as 12-team Superflex PPR tight end premium, 2-point tight end premium, 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, a tight end, 4 flex, 1 super flex. Okay, that sounds super fun, actually. Wait, how much is the buy-in? Yeah, $100 entry. That does sound super fun. And I mean, I feel like for a team to win back-to-back years is like almost impossible, though.
Yeah, I was like, you could be going forever.
I know.
Especially in a good league.
I feel like a lot more teams are also. I feel like the problem with it being dynasty, and I'm not saying that I'm against it, Shane. It actually it does sound really fun, but I feel like the problem with it being dynasty and in that style is that you're going to have a lot more teams aggressively like going all in to try and win right away and potentially win back to back and like selling all their picks. So you really have to make sure things are paid out for like 2 or 3 years, or that you're just with a group of people that you really, really trust. But I'm more interested now after reading that out loud than I was. Because I mean, the problem with me is like as soon as I get invited or into a league, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm in like I have so many leagues to run this year already. But I'm gonna actually think on that a bit more, Shane. So let me know what you need me to do. That
All right,
feels,
hold on. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you're good. That just feels like too much fun to miss out on. J-Dubs, I don't want to talk about the auction league. I don't want to, but you are a master. I'll leave it at that. All right, I need another running back, and I think I'm pretty much good. I mean, not at wide receiver, but outside of that, I think I can live with 2 quarterbacks, 2 tight ends on this team. But I mean, let's see. Yeah, we just have 3 more picks left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wide receivers. Did I count that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. I don't know. Like wide receivers already starting to look awful. I might draft 1 more tight end on this team. I feel like Stroud and T-Law can carry us, but you could always throw a dart. I mean, Will Levis, JJ McCarthy, Bryce Young, Derek Carr, Drake May, Justin Fields, Danny Dimes, Bo Nix, Russell Wilson. There's some names. And for me, like right now, I'm just throwing a dart at Justin Fields at this point in drafts. Gosh, but running back here just sucks. I want to draft DJ Chark. Go Chargers. Imagine how big the pot is. People pay for trading their picks. They trade away. Oh, they trade 2026 pick. They have to pay up that year. Okay, cool. Yeah, but I guess I didn't think about that. I guess part of the point is you want the pot to be as big as possible. Like that's part of the fun. I don't know. I don't really need to spend $100 today. But that my interest is much more Pete.
All right, I'm back.
Pete is
Hello?
back.
My headset working?
Hi, Pete.
No, my headphones don't want to work.
But yeah, keep me updated, Shane. And if you're getting to the point where it's like, oh, I really need people, then. Plus, I don't think you had sent that out on Discord or Sleeper or anything yet. So just start to get some interest and see where it goes. But it definitely sounds like fun. I think I want to draft Tank Bigsby. I need some sort of dart throw at running back, and we have some Jacksonville stacking going on in this team. Damian Pierce is here too.
No.
Dude, it's really bad. We need a running like we're going best case scenario here. Damian Pierce, Eli Mitchell, Tank Bigsby, Keaton
We're
Mitchell.
going old school. The headphones crapped out on me.
Oh no. Oh, I thought you were talking about my draft picks. Okay, good. I'm gonna go Damian Pierce. We have Texans players on here. But I also like Bigsby there.
All right. Hello. Am I back?
Pete's back again.
No, I'm not back. Jesus. It's unbelievable.
Pete's not back. We can
I'm
hear
back. I'm back. I can
you.
hear.
Okay, good.
I knew you were talking. It's not me.
I was gonna say we can hear you,
okay.
bro.
I know. I had the mic on. It was the headset. Headphones. The house was going ape shit. A&M took down the Longhorns. Horns down, boys. Horns down.
Let's go.
In 11. Let's celebrate. Cracking a beer.
Let's go.
I couldn't watch though. You know, I'm so superstitious when it comes to sports. I'm so bad.
You are very stitious, that's for sure.
I'm not even a little. I'm a lot
That's true.
stitious. I mean, I wore that stupid helmet behind me for like 3 games when the Vikings started winning football games last year during the game.
I remember those streams.
Yeah. They did beat the Niners, though. It did
That game was
work.
great, dude.
It did work.
I remember being very happy for you that night.
It's about the only happiness I felt last year with that team.
That was pretty late in the season too.
No, it was before Cousins went down.
Oh,
It was the week before. I think it was week
That's right.
7.
That's right.
It was like the end of October.
It wasn't
Like-
that late. You're right.
We beat the Niners, then we beat the Packers, and Cousins died against the Packers. And it was like, oh man.
R.I.P. Captain Kirk.
He's a traitor and I hate him. What?
I still love Kirk. Always.
Nope. He's a traitor. You can't. The bottom of hell is reserved for traitors. He's a traitor.
They were gonna cut him anyways.
No, they weren't. Hold up. He got mad because the Vikings were open with him that they were going to draft a rookie quarterback. And so we went to Atlanta, who drafted a rookie quarterback.
They screwed him anyways. And I
Yeah,
feel
when
like as much as I like Cousins, it made like it's time to start looking for your replacement when you're coming off that injury.
I mean, I'm not going to argue. I mean, I agree, but I think Cousins should have just took a 2-year deal and said, okay, whatever. You're starting for
Like,
2 years.
honestly, like when Cousins is playing for the Vikings, like they've been great.
The offense is so good. The first year their defense was just atrocious, and the defense was decent last year, and it was kind of good for a stretch there.
I mean, I think the Vikings would have easily been a playoff team last year if he was healthy.
Yeah, probably. They wouldn't have lost. I don't think they would have lost to Chicago. They wouldn't have lost.
Gosh, they lost to the Giants in the playoffs.
Yeah, that was I kind of felt that one coming.
Yeah. What did they play, like week 16 or 17?
Yeah, they played on Christmas and they kicked a 64-yard field goal to beat the Giants. Then
Yeah.
Daniel Jones's 2 best games of the season were against the Vikings. He threw for 300 yards 3 times. Twice was against the
It looked
Vikings.
like Lamar Jackson. He was like running a ton against them too. Crazy. All right, we won't bring up those memories. Derek Carr is still too cheap here, as much as folks don't like him. I don't really disagree. I think there's actually some good starting quarterbacks going very late in these drafts. I mean, like for where they're being drafted, like we're in round 17. Like, you can stack with Bryce Young and Derek Carr, and you're still looking at players like Deontay Johnson and Chris Olave on the other end of that. So even Will Levis to a degree, like there's quite a few good pass catchers on Tennessee right now. So
And New
yeah, I'm
Orleans
willing to
kind of
take-
trended the right way on offense towards the end of last season.
Yeah. Check the schedule, super favorable. He won a weekly winners before. When I checked for weekly winners, I didn't see it. But is weekly winners back or not? Because weekly winners like my favorite tournament. Even though I like didn't do anything with it, like I sucked at it last year, I still really like that style of tournament. So I'm gonna check again right now. Oh, it's on mobile. Well, I need it on my desktop. But okay. Thank you, J-Dubs. Yeah, there's quite a few tournaments going on. Best Ball Mania is filling up quickly. All right, what did we do tonight? Let's look at J-Dubs' team first. He's got Cousins. Hey, Filoni's in the chat. What's up, dude? How are you? Derek Carr, both on the same bye week. So in week 12, you're relying on Justin Fields. I like it. Joe Mixon, Najee Harris, Brian Robinson, Singletary, Zeke, and Roshan Johnson. I mean, you went aggressive at wide receiver and got a tight end early. You know what your running backs are. And you still have some, I mean, you basically have all starters outside of Roshan Johnson. You could theoretically have a shot too. So right now, on paper, you got all starters. Wide receivers, Drake London, Marvin Harrison, Tank Dell, Cooper Kupp, Rasheed Rice. I love that start for you. And you get Roman Wilson and Zay Jones. I mean, that picks 156 and 180, so you're not really sacrificing much there. Kyle Pitts and Hunter Henry. You're drafting a lot of Hunter Henry so far. Are you in on Henry? Or is he just available at a place you like him? Or both? Good enough team. I don't really ever question your teams. You put a lot of work into your strats, so looks good to me, man. Cousins with London and Pitts is nice. Only thing you're missing is Kyler Murray on this team. Would have been very nice. Very high on Henry, especially at the rounds he goes at. I guess I'm just out on Henry because I've been in before and it's pained me. I'm having too much like recency bias going on this year.
Some PTSD, it sounds like.
It's hitting me hard this year, bro. All right, what did we put together? CJ Stroud and Trevor Lawrence. You know, we're going with the same division tonight. Kyron, Isaiah Pacheco, David Montgomery, Tony Pollard, then 2 handcuffs and Damian Pierce and Tank Bigsby. Those were our last 2 picks of the draft. We went light at wide receiver tonight. Didn't go super aggressive. Got a quarterback early, got a tight end early, and drafted 3 running backs relatively early. So Amon Ra, Nico Collins, Romeo Dobbs, Gabe Davis, Rashad Bateman, Demario Douglas, Demarcus Robinson, and DJ Chark. For what it's worth, I feel like we still got some pretty decent names late. Then we got Evan Engram and Cole Kmet at tight end. So, you know, the Trevor Lawrence to Gabe Davis connection is going to be real. Don't care what anyone says. We got T-Law and Evan Ingram. We've got Stroud stacked with Collins. Then our 2 handcuffs at least are on our quarterback's team, so you never know. We got a little Pacheco share tonight. I like that. We got Amon-Ra. We got Nico. There is potential in this team for sure. I don't know. Bateman, Demario Douglas, Demarcus Robinson. I like those late round picks at wide receiver. But Bateman, I'm still very shaky on. So I'm out on Tank. He looks so bad, dude. It doesn't matter. He's our handcuff tonight. Let's go. No strat. This is the best strat. As long as Bateman and Dobbs do well, I can get 3 wide receiver usable points. Yeah. Yeah, this is a weird team. I mean, but you know, this is how you got to roll sometimes. Let's look at very quickly. Wow, Nico Collins, my most drafted player, tied with Demarcus Robinson. Wait, and tied with Pierce, Bateman, and Dobbs. Okay, I haven't done that many drafts this year. That's not what I meant to look at. I've only done 3. Why do I feel like I've done more than 3? All right, so let's look at another team. Dak and Baker. Baker stacked with Godwin. Dak stacked with Ferguson. Brees Hall, ETN, Rashad White, Austin Eckler, Kenneth Gainwell. Nico Collins, DJ Moore, Chris Godwin, Cortland Sutton, Jahan Dotson, Thielen, Bateman, Demarcus Robinson, Odell Beckham, Jake Ferguson, and Dalton Schultz. And then I swear I did a 4th team. Oh, you know what it is? It was pre-draft best ball. That's what it was. Okay. But yeah, my other best ball entry: Jordan Love, Kirk Cousins, Justin Fields, Joe Mixon, Kenneth Walker, Swift, Pierce, Vegas's rookie running back, Puka, Drake London, Devonta Smith, Christian Kirk, Rashee Rice, Romeo Dobbs, Jermaine Burton, Pat Fryermuth, Ben Sinnott, and Jatavion Sanders. So we got Kirk and London. We got J-Lo with Dobbs. This is the draft I got sniped on Luke Musgrave. I was really pissed about that. But so yeah, there's some looks at some other teams. Just being that tonight's team was really bad at wide receiver. But I still like this entry. So I'm not too bummed tonight. I think this was a fun little draft we threw together. Waddle and DK, J-Dubs' highest exposures. I got to get some more. I mean, I'm going to be drafting probably the next 3 nights, so we'll get more. We got plenty of time. Filoni, I'm up to 10 weekly winners. I want to do like a whole night of just weekly winner drafts too. 50% for Singletary. Yeah, I mean, he is going pretty late, and this is a starter on paper for the Giants. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so that wraps things up for the night. There's another draft in the books. Thank you guys for hanging out tonight. J-Dubs, thank you for drafting with us. I'll be back tomorrow. Maybe Pete will be back tomorrow. I'll be on the next couple nights. We got plenty of content coming your guys' way. Links are down below. Be sure to follow us on all platforms. We got content coming out on TikTok, on Instagram. Be sure to join the Discord. And we'll talk to you guys soon. So that just about does it. It's late for me. So I will talk to you guys soon. With that, I will say, thank you guys so much for watching and or listening. And remember, you saw it here on The Catch. And peace.